We have hope. It is more than I could have expected just hours ago.
By the 7, this thing smells.
Get to it or get moving. Now that you're all done, why don't you just skedaddle on out of here?
Rough?
Get out of here, you dirty mutt! Roll up, don't be shy!
Oh, you're back. Looking for some treasure? All done then?
She responds with a nervous...
Fascinating items of interest to lizards and various others. Curios and keepsakes, many of them potentially elven.
Void woken attacks increase. Citizens.
What'll it be?
I'll do business with you, but keep your distance.
Good day to you, you large and terrifying lizard. We shall trade. We shall talk.
Not too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong?
I serve all who seek aid, sir. May the gods watch over.
Still a free city, last time I checked. There's bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
Back to refill your quiver, are you? May the land sustain you and the wild game feed you, friend.
I'll give you that.
Like to take a look at what I've been working on? By all means.
Stuck sitting here while Kem goes rummaging around. Typical.
Seems the amulet can't hold anymore.
Greetings.
Fully charged, you say? That would mean that 5 souls have been... actually, I'd rather not dwell on exactly how you charged the device. On to the next matter.
You'll need the Scroll of Atonement. It's locked in my desk on the 2nd floor. The password is Giora.
When you have both the charged amulet and the scroll, go to the Path of Blood. On the left side of the chamber, on a pillar near Lucian's statue, you should see a hidden mechanism. It will clear the way. Good luck. You may need it.
Keeper's permission granted. You may pass, friend, and...
The puppet's words choke off. It spasms and flares with sauce. Then it is still once more, and a different voice emerges from within.
You have hampered me long enough. This place will be your tomb, the only one you shall enter.
The desk is locked tight. Instead of a keyhole, there's a gilded inlay that bears an engraving. It was all for you. Beneath this sits a framed square of blank parchment. You take a nearby quill and dip it into an inkwell. Then you poise its tip over the framed square of parchment. The ink is absorbed into the parchment until it vanishes. Somewhere within the desk, a mechanism unlocks with a click.
Back to refill your May the land sustain you and the wild game feed you, friend.
Don't be shy. I welcome newcomers and natives alike. Nice and friendly. Get out of here, you dirty mutt.
You a hunter? I've got just the thing.
Very funny.
All those broken arrows. You've got your work cut out.
Some are still good. What you looking for?
I'm not picky, so long as the arrow flies straight.
You're either the hunt, may the land sustain you and the wild game feed you, friend.
Nature provides.
I welcome newcomers and natives alike. We shall trade. We shall cook.
You off to hunt, lizard? Better stock up.
All those broken arrows. You've got your work cut out.
Some are still good. What you looking for?
I'm not picky, so long as the arrow flies straight.
I pledge my
life.
life.
Me first!
Pledge my life.
Divine
Lucian.
take my place. Tell me I am pure.
She seems so confident. What's that? Something closed the door.
I pledge my heart, Ocean.
Oh, Lucian, please return.
There, a switch.
I'd say there's a curious-looking panel discreetly nestled upon the wall. Upon it is a lone button. There's a slot in the center of the button. It looks like something should be placed in it. The amulet fits the slot perfectly. The mechanisms around it begin to glow with source. Nothing happens. The button slowly sinks into the wall, as if pushed by an invisible hand. The source fades from the amulet, consumed by the inner mechanisms of the button. Gears turn behind the ancient walls, almost like they're acknowledging the words you spoke. A nearby hatch in the floor unseals itself.
There, a switch.
I don't understand. I was sure I'd make it. What did I do wrong? Did I commit some sin without knowing? Did I sin by thinking I was pure? Blessed Divine, enlighten me!
The spirit's cry of horror lingers in the air after she is gone.
Ah, my amulet is glowing with souls.
One little silver spoon, that's all I took from them. A family like that wouldn't even miss it. I didn't deserve to die because of it.
The spirit tries to flee. She makes it no more than a couple of paces before she is consumed.
There, a switch.
There, a switch.
The bewildered ghost stares at her own dead corpse. A single thought emanates from her spirit. But I was pure. You are pious and good-hearted. You have never struck another. Nor have you taken what is not yours. Nor have you known the pleasures of the flesh. You are, by any measure, as pure as the blizzard-driven snow. But your mind, you suspect, is not. You lust for the man who lives next door. You covet his wife's fine dresses. You push these thoughts away, for you would run the path of blood, and for that you must be pure. To win, you must be pure. And in that moment you understand, your desire to win is what makes you impure. The paradox makes you smile. All your life was for nothing. You fade away.
All those poor dead elves have haunted my dreams ever since the war. I thought I'd be forgiven. I thought I'd suffered enough. I was wrong.
The spirit offers no resistance. He just closes his eyes and accepts his fate.
How did this happen? I gave away a small fortune to the cathedral and the schools and the poor on the streets. I paid what was owed. I should be cleansed of my sins.
The spirit's diatribe is cut short by a gasp of horror. Then he is no more.
The whole affair with that girl happened decades ago. I've led a pious life ever since. I'm really to be judged for all time because of this one indiscretion.
The spirit hisses and recoils from you. Then he is gone.
Seems the amulet can't hold any more.
You recognize the approaching child. He is hardly a picture of innocence. His cheeks aren't rosy, but sallow. His smile isn't curious, but crooked.
Surprise! You left a little boy to rot in a prison cage, and yet I made it here. What do you say to that, eh? What do you say to that? I'm not a little boy. I'm not. I mean, I can see why you'd think I am.
His voice changes, becomes deeper, rougher, older.
Really, I'm not. Say hello to your mistake.
A razor smile unfolds upon his lips, but his eyes are gone. The light in them has turned black. Any time he may have had as a sane and functional human is well and truly over.
Yes, my Lord Lucian, I'm coming. I'll free you. I'll protect you. I'm coming, my lord. I'm coming, Lucian. I'm coming. I'm coming right after I...
Well, that's one problem solved. Now on to the next.
Even in death, the spirit of Charon, the great mistake, is lost in insanity.
Lucian, I'm coming. I'm coming, Lucian. I'm coming, Lucian. Lucian, I'm coming. Coming!
The spiritual union is sudden. It sounds and feels as if you have fallen to the sand chest first from the coast's tallest cliff. You gasp, and you open your eyes. You bow to Alexander, as Gareth had said you must. You rise, and the bishop's scepter points directly at you. Show me. He is the master. You are the obedient hound, and he wants to see your tricks. Alexander's cloak and coronet shine radiantly upon being blessed. His face, however, is numb. He waves you off without a word. He doesn't see your fists tighten. He doesn't see your jaw clench. He doesn't know that next time will be different. Your soul rejoins your body with the same force with which it left. The spirit of Charon looks at you. For once his gaze is crystal clear. You find an ocean of rage, storm-torn and heavy, with great black waves battering the shores of his conscious mind. At the bottom of this angry sea, you find the dark silt of regret. Charon wishes he could have been more than he was. He wishes he could have been the creator. But he was the destroyer, and he embraced destruction, fearing he could be nothing more. And there, beneath the regret, lies the kernel of fear from which all of this rage flowed. Fear that he could not be better. Fear that what he was all that he could be. Fear of his own potential greatness. Charon blinks once, twice. Then, the ocean of anger evaporates. The nugget of fear appears in the palm of his hand. He stares at it, turns it this way and that. Then he closes his hand over it and squeezes. When he opens it again, his hand is empty. He smiles at you, lays his hand upon your breast, and gives you a gift, one soul to another, to enhance your talents as you see fit. Then he leaves for the halls.
Get to it or get moving. Now that you're all done, why don't you just skedaddle on out of here?
Got swords and shield over here.
Ruff.
Get out of here, you dirty mutt!
Was that? Now that you're all done, why don't you just skedaddle on out of here?
Back in.
I'll give you that.
As I promised, miracles at a modest price.
Dallas strengthens border defenses.
How's the potion business going?
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even let them surrender.
Not too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that?
Ark's are still a free city, last time I checked.
There's bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
I welcome newcomers and natives alike. We shall trade. We shall talk.
What a pile of junk.
They got damaged. It'll...
You're confident. I'll give you that.
You've got an ally in me.
Budge. No sign of Lucian's body. Has Dallas beaten us here?
The Blessed Altar seems to want to be touched. The altar seems to respond. Beyond it, something creaks, as if the pipework was moving. The sound comes from beyond the altar, but also echoes and gurgles behind. Peering through the iron grating, you can see how it connects to the strange pipework beneath. A blessed stone altar. The cool stone seems to... In the space beyond the altar, the pipework shifts. In the space beyond... The altar seems to... A blessed stone altar. In the pit beyond, things move once more, as if returning to the... Peering through the iron grating, you... A blessed stone... The altar seems to respond. Beyond it, something creaks. A blessed stone in the space beyond. A blessed stone. The altar seems to respond. Beyond it, something creaks, as if the pipework was moving. The sound comes from beyond the altar, but also echoes and gurgles behind. A blessed stone. In the space beyond the altar. The altar seems to respond. A blessed stone. In the space beyond. In the space beyond. The altar seems...
Venture no farther. Only death lies beyond. Blood need not be spilled. Bones need not be broken. Preserve thyself and flee. To cross this threshold is to plunge into thy grave. Do not decide in haste. Very well. Embrace thy fate.
Stressful, eh? Charge.
Careful. I've spotted a trap. Careful. I've spotted a trap.
Moving to noxious atmosphere enabler. Noxious atmosphere enabled. Moving to involuntary death assistant.
Amulet is already brimming with swords.
Look out.
It cannot contain
I see a trap
more.
nearby.
Look out. I see a trap nearby.
Careful. I've spotted a trap. I've spotted a trap. Careful. I've spotted a trap. Careful now. That's a trap. If it did something, I could feel it. Careful now. That's a trap. spotted a trap.
Look out. I see a trap nearby.
Careful. I've spotted a trap. It worked. I heard gears moving. Something's happening. That must have been the last lever. Closer to Lucian's crypt.
The truth hangs heavy upon the air itself, unspoken. This is the point of no return. Somewhere beyond this point, you shall be undone, or you shall ascend. There is no middle ground. The truth
Goodness. Here we are, Quercus. This is it. What do you mean, Quercus? Of course I'm prepared. I have my noble steed below me, and my trusted shield beside me. What more could I need?
His whiskers crack into a mischievous smile.
And I may have cracked the spell that will stop the great acorn in its furious tracks, if that's what you mean. That's right, Quercus. We've done it!
Sir Laura turns to you, his beady eyes shining with pride.
I owe you an apology, Shield. At the start of our journey, I wouldn't have believed an elf would lead me to the discovery that would save us all. But I see now that my prejudice was foolish. Without you, Quercus and I might still be stuck on that abominable prison island. Now, here I am. Here we are, on the brink of saving the world. Indeed, Quercus and I will find an advantageous location and do just that. Meanwhile, you must prevent the servants of the Acorn from interrupting us.
SchnauzerA takes a slow, deep breath and lets it out in a rush.
You feel it, don't you? It's so still. But there's something behind it, too, like a thunderclap waiting to fall. The great Acorn is nearly here. Its servants are poised for impact. We've known this moment would come. Now it is time to put my research to the test. I am ready. Quercus is ready. And you, Shield?
SchnauzerA nods in return and grabs your pinky with his tiny paw. He gives it a decisive shake, then salutes.
No matter what happens next, Shield, there's something Quercus and I want you to know. It has been an honor. Now, onward!
You come here often. I don't know what you did, but you just released a source blood. I thought I'd come and see what all the fuss was about. Should have known you were getting yourself into trouble. Glad I made it too. I'm pretty sure there's more death fog out there than actual air. Arx is barely more than a mess of corpses. The work of the Dwarven Queen, I'm told. Looks like the big moment has finally arrived. I will do everything I can to support you, Godwoken. I will pray for you. I think you'll need it. Don't underestimate the power of true prayer. This is a place of incredible power where a single prayer holds the weight of thousands. Your heart and soul will fill as quickly as they're drained. Consider it a taste of your divine future. The people will pray for you. In turn, they'll trust you to do right by them, as I'm trusting you to do now. Of course, it's up to you whether or not to listen. I know how I'd respond, but you do you.
Malady wearily chuckles to herself, then bows her head in a show of unexpected but sincere reverence.
Looks like my investment's paid off after all.
I need worship, only one divine, and I believe he stands before me now.
You've shown me kindness in the face of my sins. My worship is the least I can offer.
Now go. Rivellon needs a new divine.
My amulet is already brimming with salt. It cannot contain more.